What's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. VOA. Now, I know y'all are aware of this thing that's been making the rounds with the homie Game and his notion that he's old school, so his woman won't have to pay any bills at all. She ain't got to lift a finger to pay nothing because he's old school. See, here's the problem with old school mindsets. You can keep them, but you have to adjust them. Just like you have to adjust everything else. You have to adjust those mindsets that used to work and fly smoothly because these days, the society has a little bit more turbulence. So you have to take that into account. Maybe you got to wear your seatbelt a little bit longer after takeoff. You cannot apply straightforward old school logic to the modern woman and your interaction with her because she is not the same as those women were. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, the reality of the scenario is this. If you want to take care of a woman, that's your business. The problem is these days, it's hard to find a woman who deserves that because she's going to earn that by doing all of the other things. See, you can't just make a blanket statement that any woman that I have, I'm going to take care of her. I'm going to give her this. I'm going to give her the world. I'm going to after seven her. You can't do it. Because whereas there was a time where women were kind of forced to be in that situation where the man had to be the breadwinner because a woman couldn't really get a job, that's the only reason that applied then. Because a woman could hardly make any money. It wasn't easy for a woman to get a job then. Certainly wasn't easy for a woman to get an education and try to build a career then. But now it's different. You can't just meet a woman and say, I'm going to take care of her. Because women have opportunities to make their own money now. So guys find themselves, if you listen to this logic, you find yourself in a situation where a woman makes as much as you or more than you, and you still scraping and scrapping to pay all the bills while she's doing whatever she wants to do with her money. And let me tell you something a woman's not going to do. The majority of women out here are not going to say, well, no, you don't have to be the traditional man. You can I'll just pay half of the bills. Or since I make the most money, I'll pay the lion's share of the bills. It's not going to happen. Now, as long as you understand that if you're a man that's paying the cost to be the boss, that the woman has to play the role and play the position of wifey, I'm talking about full-time wifey, then you can make it work. But you can't just say, my woman ain't gonna pay nothing. Because it's a beta male simp mangina outlook. You can't make a blanket statement like that. That's just like saying a woman meeting a man and say, every man I meet, I'm gonna give him some sex the first night. And they still gonna love me. No, a bunch of men are gonna look at you like you kind of loose, like you kind of free-hearted with it, even though you could just like the man and want to get with him. You have to make adjustments to your mindsets. Because here's the thing, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you can't live by that mantra. One is the majority of women out here, especially young women, are on that gold digger tip. They're trying to get to the money. Your money, his money, anybody's money. As long as they ain't got to go out and make their own. They want you to make the money, and then they'll find out a way to extract it from you. Secondly, there are just too many opportunities for women to make money out here, man. You got to change your mind and accept the fact that you can send a woman out to make money, or you can put her to work for you if you have your own business. But you cannot let a woman sit at home anymore because the main reason is this. There are too many distractions from her being the wife she's supposed to be. There was a time where a woman couldn't sit and scroll on social media all day. She had a couple of shows she watched on television, maybe some soap operas, and then you know what she did the rest of the day? She took care of her responsibilities. Your house was always spick and span. There was never anything out of place. Your food was always cooked. Your plate was always done. Your plate was always picked up. Your drinks were always topped off. She was like a waitress when it came to dinner. She was the cook, the server, and the hostess when it came to dinner. You didn't have to worry about doing any laundry. And you could put her to work with some secretary work and have her calling some people doing some things in your business. Those times are gone. The allure of social media has a demonic pull that women can't resist. That's why I tell you guys all the time, I'm not gonna ever take a woman serious, man, who's entrenched in social media. A woman who's entrenched in social media is easily influenced by something other than you. No matter what she tells you, see, never listen to what a woman tells you when you know the truth. So you can't even afford to have a woman just sitting at the crib doing nothing but waiting on you to pay the bills. And I know guys who do that, have a woman sitting at the crib, man, and then the woman still don't do that at the crib, man. They have a chef, they have a maid, they have a butler, they have somebody going to get mail, they have somebody going to pick up their dry cleaning. They just got a woman at the crib doing that but looking pretty. Man, you could do that without having a woman live with you. You could fly a woman in every other month or every 3 months or so, man, and she'll come in and do that for a week or two, and then you can send her back home. These guys be trying to make wives out of women who don't want to be wives. If a woman doesn't want to be a wife, you can't make her into a wife. If a woman isn't going to buy into the responsibility of her position, then you cannot put her in a position to be taken care of like that. You cannot provide a woman who is not loyal and dedicated to you. And that's the main problem. And that's why a guy like this, that's why his relationships are up and down. He's no relationship expert. His relationships haven't been just top notch. His relationship just haven't been, something to write home about. He ain't never been relationship goals with nobody. But that's most guys. Most of us have never been relationship goals, especially for women. If you're a man and you create relationship goals for women, then man, you either lying to yourself, man, or you're a simp. Because here's the thing. When you say my woman don't have to pay anything, that's a blanket statement. That means if my woman, even if my woman makes money, she ain't got to pay nothing. And I know for a fact, real talk, if you have the mindset that your woman ain't got to pay nothing, it don't matter how much money you make. You sure ain't finna pull no money out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? You got guys out here that feel like it makes you more of a man to provide and protect every woman you ever have in your life than it does, man, to get money out of a woman when she going out there getting money and she in your life. I'm talking about your life now. I ain't talking about you moved in with her and like that. I'm talking about she's come and been a part of your life. Man, let me tell you something. A woman come and be a part of your life. Every dollar that come through the door is supposed to hit your pocket first. That's another one of the pimp principles. See, you ain't got to put a woman out on the street and make her sell her body or do nothing like that. Whatever money she make got to come through your hands first. I'm talking about all of it. Every single dollar she make got to come through your hand first. Because one thing you're going to do, you're going to make sure that business is taken care of before you blow any money. You're going to do that. And the problem with these guys out here, man, who have this mindset is that they mistakenly tell themselves that this is the way you're supposed to be. This makes you a man. This is what a man is about. No, a man is about wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and logic. And it is not logical. It is not wise. You have no understanding. And you have no knowledge of women. If you believe that you can provide and protect for every woman you meet. If you believe that making a blanket statement that your woman don't have to pay nothing is a logical thing to say, then you're lost. You don't understand women, and even more than that, you don't understand you. Because if you did, you know that if you give a woman an inch, she's going to take 2. If you give her 2, she's going to take 10. If you give her a driver license, she's going to try to fly the space shuttle. It's not bad. It's not good. It just is. It's the truth is what it is. If a woman is in your life, she has to serve a purpose. And either she's going to be a 100% dedicated wife and all the responsibilities that come with that. And who makes up those responsibilities? You. Whatever you say is required for her to be wifey, she has to take those responsibilities as seriously as she takes her life. That woman deserves to be provided and protected for. Any other woman doesn't. So you absolutely cannot say that everything is on you. No matter what she does, no matter who she is, if she's your woman, you're going to sponsor the whole lifestyle. This is the type of foolishness that has men thinking they're going to meet wifey on seeking arrangements and sites like that. This is what has men thinking that they're going to have a paying relationship with a call girl and that's going to turn into something. This is what has men believing that if you give a woman everything you got, something in her is going to appreciate that so much that she's going to be loyal to you forever. Because we know a lot of men, a lot of stories, public stories, and we all know private stories And some of you men listening right now have this very issue where you have been raised by women on how to be a man with women. Problem is, they ain't never been a man with women, and they ain't never had the type of man they speak of. Because you know what they would do if they had him? Keep him. At least keep him around. Until time is so far past her prime that she could finally settle down with that clown. Don't listen to stupidity like this. It is not how you deal with the modern woman. I'm talking about from the virgin to the surgeon to the ones who like splurging. You can't deal with none of them like this. You got to make her earn what she gets and only get what she earns. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks